All right, guys, what's up? Mic check, one, two, three. Sorry, once again, the music feature is not available for a second week in a row, but it's okay. We will fix that for next time. Unless if you guys are okay with this setup, just giving it a minute or two and we'll start. All right, everyone. I think we are good to go. Uh, let's uh, let's go, everyone. So here we are, SaitaChain weekly tune in. We hope everyone is having a fantastic weekend. And yeah, guys, so since the last space, the market is looking better, right? There is a nice gradual rise, particularly across different alts, starting with Bitcoin, touching its 64,000 mark. But then, you can see also Ethereum, BNB, Solana, and all the different alts increasing, and that's actually good because we are still in the month of August, and still, we still have the whole next week from August to the last week of August to be completed, and then it is expected for September, for the nice month to kick in and to kick off as well. This is not financial advice. Anything we say, of course, is not financial advice. But of course, this is what the whole crypto market basically is looking forward to. Particularly, there is a topic regarding the rate cuts for interest rates that everybody's looking for in the month of September. And of course, with SaitaChain, we will be bringing the updates accordingly, right? Every week, we tune in and we try to look at the different comments, different requests across the week. Even if we personally don't have an update, we will be here, in order to address different topics, that we get to see across the week and on different platforms as well. First of all, just wanted to say congratulations and thank you as well. Big thank you to the SaitaChain community. After all, we have hit 50,000 votes on Certic. This number is actually a very big number. It's a noticeable number, and you know very well that this number, let me tell you how this happened. So after all, the moment the voting has started, you all have been voting day in, day out. Some of you, you vote from different accounts. Some of you all remind one another. And even when, our score has been published, you still went ahead and voted on a daily basis. And after all, here we are with 50,000 votes. We have passed very big projects who have 40,000, 45,000 votes. We're not going to mention any names. All of that information is available on Certic's website on who we've overtaken with these votes. This shows that the SaitaChain community is very strong and grows, week in, week out. And of course, this is nothing new to you guys. We have been winning different votes as well whenever a poll has been submitted and been available to us. So of course, I've seen a question, and I like to answer relatable questions related to this. So, for example, what does this leave SaitaChain with? All right, like, okay, 50,000 votes have been accomplished, and then you see what's written over there. Okay, 50,000 votes means the audit is for free, right? However, with all transparency, I would like to explain to you how this process works. Uh, Before any audit is initiated, you always have to pay for it. That is the deal with Certic on any project, right? It's not like they proceed with the audit, and at the same time they leave the voting poll open. So that is something. A payment is always something that is done beforehand, and full payment. However, this is for future audits. So any future audit that SaitaChain is going to be doing in the future, that one is going to be used for it, right? And I'm answering this, just to keep you all in the loop on how this goes. And with Certic being a very big auditing company and a very big business as well, very reputable, it makes sense for them to take the full payment upfront before even proceeding with the audit. So therefore, just this is one thing that I wanted to mention. Where does this leave SaitaChain? Is the current audit for free? No, but any future audits, after all, we are going to be having different updates across the blockchain, and if required an audit for it, then that will be used. However, this does not take any highlight away that we have reached 50,000 votes, that you guys have reached to 50,000 votes, right? After all, the number is just increasing. It didn't stop at 50,000. I believe now it's at 50,500 plus. So, of course, this is something, that every one of you all can be very proud of. And after all, we said thank you in the beginning, but of course, on a personal level, we wanted to say thank you again, and we will have a giveaway related to it as well, as a gesture, that all of us managed to do this. We stood strong. Of course, the market was doing its own thing, up and down. But these things like the Certic audit, this is something that everybody has held strong and went ahead until reached to 50,000 votes. And now also one more thing, we spoke about what does it mean to get 50,000 votes, and at the same time, why isn't the audit published, or why was it published in the beginning and removed? That is because, of course, we do everything in sync and in conversation with Certic. The bug bounty program is still ongoing, right? And also there was another question: how long does the Certic audit take to be completed? So there are different phases, right? We have our score out, right? As you can see, it's at 91.67, but that is only one side of it that has been completed. We still have a bug bounty program that is live, and with that we are able, with the help of you guys and with the help of blockchain developers, to identify what else needs to be strengthened and looked at also on the blockchain. With that, SaitaChain is able to receive higher scores as well in order to get to that lovely AAA mark. So therefore, how long does the audit take? That is something that we cannot really tell you, it's because it's still ongoing. But it does not mean that our score is not out. Our score is out, but the final phase of the audit, that will end whenever it is supposed to end. After all, when you have blockchain developers looking into your blockchain, on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, trying to identify, different bugs into it, that shows that, your blockchain is also getting attention to it. And the fact that there are no major bugs identified, this is something that can be submitted as a report, for example, report for the month of July, for the month of August, and with that we can get higher scores accordingly. And yeah, right before we jump into something else as well, just wanted to welcome Quiz as well. What's up, Quiz? Hope you're having a great weekend. Mic check.
Mic check. How you doing, Naz? You well?
Pretty good, pretty good. What's up?
Well, I had to jump in the car because my charger just decided to give way. So now I am driving to make sure that I can contribute in this space. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm loving the actual camaraderie between all of the community. The 50,000 votes. Obviously, we couldn't have done it without any of yous. Some of you's made multiple accounts. Some of you did it daily. Niger, Upside, and many others, just to name a few. Just thank you all round. And, we've got many great things coming. As always, if you need me, I'm always in my DMs. I'll always answer back as soon as I possibly can. But yeah, we absolutely smashed this out the park. And I think, from an outside looking in, this is a really positive thing to have on our belt, sort of thing. It's just a phenomenal thing, like before when we've had other competitions where I'm trying to remember actually I won't even name the project, but the one where they were using bots and whatnot, to see this this growth, this organic growth in the voting, consistent reminders to each other, it's phenomenal. But everything behind the scenes wise, as Naz will tell you, I'm sure Spiggy will as well. It continues to go on. The work continues regardless if it's a Saturday, if it's a Sunday, if it's a Monday. We don't care. Work continues. But yeah, other than that, mate, doing fan dabby doze over here. It's a bit rainy here in the UK. I hope it's always bloody sunny in Dubai, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. Hopefully by the end of, hopefully we are like by the end of this summer, but it came so quickly and it's about to end as well so quickly. And yes, absolutely, guys, the work does not stop. After all, yesterday you have seen the post from MK, right? And what has he posted? He posted that we are going to be having our own chart for SaitaChain and for SaitaSwap in general. It's going to be on our decks. And, then we posted our additional comments into it, saying that SaitaChain HQ does not stop. While we wait for others to integrate, we will do our part. So while we wait for CMC, while we wait for DEX tools, while we wait for DEX screeners, we'll do our part. And of course, it does not mean that we're not going to get any of those, but they have their different integration timing. They have their different policies in place. Sometimes they even depend on one another. Okay, let's wait for this one. This integrates, then we will. So, it's just something that that we look at on a weekly basis. But of course, it will be really amazing to have our own charts on SaitaSwap as well. So that is something that MK has dropped yesterday in a post, asking as well what else is coming. So yeah, guys, we are going to be having the chart, and we know as well that you are excited also, particularly we've seen the comments on Telegram. You all are excited for validators and nominators. So of course, final step, we know that you've heard it, but guys, security first and testing first, validation first. And once all of that is out of the way, validators and nominators are simply going to be launching. And we're not only going to be having a session about it here on X, we're also going to be on Telegram as well. We noticed that there are different blockchain enthusiasts also on Telegram who also send us DMs. They want to learn about becoming a validator and dominator, along with the ones who we meet outside in events on a daily basis. They also want to have the documentation and read about it as well. So this is something also that we can look forward to. And yeah, guys, as I mentioned in the beginning, it is always an honor, to be with you guys on a weekly basis, and with the completion of the tasks, with the completion of the updates, with the completion of the upcoming utility, we are going to be updating you, because it's not like we're doing spaces to come up with stuff or any of that. And but at the same time, we understand everybody's excitement. And as mentioned, we are very, very close with validators and nominators. Even the charts, by the way, even the charts, we got to check it out on Friday on our mobile devices. It is working very, very flawlessly, very nicely. Okay, so that is also, but of course, no dates mentioned, guys. No dates mentioned. We will just have it all rolled out. We can put out pictures related to it, but of course, we want everything to be as smooth as butter. And at the same time, um, I've also put out a comment on Telegram about 3-4 days ago, right? Mentioning the different things that we would like to proceed with. For example, the quest on getting listed on centralized exchanges, that did not stop, right? However, we had to sort of pause it, and not only we paused it, it's a two-way street, along with the exchanges who also tend to give you the upper hand in giving you information, telling you when is the best time according to their users as well in order to list. So of course it's a two-way conversation, but as mentioned, that in September we would like to proceed with more centralized exchange listings. We hope that the market gets better and better, not only for SaitaChain, because after all, if the market is better and better, that means there's more liquidity coming into the market. That means there is a possibility, actually a high possibility, that new money is coming into the market, and of course that is a positive for everyone. And news regarding SaitaCard, news regarding USDC, that will all come. That will all come accordingly. We did not mention any date related to it, because also we're seeing, for example, we've seen a comment also that mentions we hope that they stick to their dates. This time we did not mention any dates, right? We said that in September we would like to proceed with centralized exchange listings, because at the same time, that is something that we did not technically stop with, right? Because SaitaChain wants to get on more exchanges. SaitaChain also would like to get newer markets. SaitaChain would like to reach where also it's supposed to reach. So therefore, getting on more and pausing it for the time being does not mean that it stopped at the 3 exchanges that we listed on. After all, in the month of July, we listed on CoinDCX, we listed on Coinstore, and we listed on BingX, which is a top 15 centralized exchange. However, we still have more on the side. We've been talking to few more exchanges. We talk, just to be frank with all of you all, we talk to all of them, right? But there is a timing for everything, right? Whether it is from their side or our side as well. And we need to understand this, that everyone has their own policy. SaitaChain will always strive, to get on better and to be standing side by side with the best. So this is one thing that I also wanted to mention to you all, in order for us, to step by step, enjoy every single increase, enjoy, every single detail, and also to celebrate where SaitaChain is going to be in the future as well. So, of course, now all of the news is based on what we have given on, what is it, August 24th, 2024. And yeah, guys, also one more thing. If, let's say we have, some big news coming along the way, right? We might even be doing random spaces. Like, let's say as an example, guys, please don't take this as a answer or as a date. But let's say if we have something very big to launch tomorrow, all right? Sometimes we're going to reach a point where we're just going to open a space randomly without even announcing, just to jump into that announcement and give you instructions related to it, and and also to go step by step and detail by detail related to the announcement. So yeah, guys, this is how the flow is going to be, right? We are not stopping from the updates. We want to come with as many as possible. And on a personal level, I even jump into random spaces, right? On my free time, I just jump into random spaces and listening to what others have to say. I like to learn. I like to engage. I like to listen as well. So, sometimes I jump into random spaces, and even there is just on a casual stance, until, for example, the next piece of update can be given out. Sometimes, when you are waiting for something related to the market. Okay, what is the Fed going to say uh, next week, or what are they going to say today? All right. Days before that, it's just casual, conversation, and keeping everyone, engaged. So this is how we look at it as well on, over here with SaitaChain. We are happy to have a conversation with every one of you all. And the comment section is here, by the way. So any question you have in the comment section, please write it down, right? Feel free, or you can also request to come up as a speaker. And we will answer, the questions accordingly. Why not? It is our weekly tune-in with you guys until we have the next piece of news coming. So we can expect the charts, which is going to be really, really good. This is something that we have been anticipating and we have been looking forward to a lot, because we are able to see what is happening on SaitaChain, and also along with the projects. Shout out to the projects listed on SaitaChain as well, to monitor and track, the buys, sells, and the different, transactions that are happening on SaitaChain. So looks like it's going to be happening first here, which is in-house, until we wait for the others to integrate as well.
I mean, that's the great thing, Naz. We didn't even mention the charts to everybody, and we've seen enough comments throughout Twitter, throughout Telegram, Discord, all of our different platforms, even Reddit, people requesting this. We've had individuals that have DM'd us. So this is just to show you that, things that you put to us don't get ignored. We take it on board and we pass it across. And when, for example, Raul and the IT team or anything like that, tech team, have the time, then we will get these things done. and put out there as soon as possible, because it benefits every single one of us anyway. And it does just it just makes sense for us to have our own. We've got our own layer zero blockchain. Why wouldn't we have our own charts? So if you do have any further ideas, please do send them forward. My DMs are always open. Same with Nas, same with Spee and all the rest. You can always get in contact with us. If you, like I always say in every space, if you have any possible partnerships, any businesses that want to get into our blockchain, please send them across and we will open up that dialogue. But I think all in all, without dates, that's something that I truly stand by. I don't like dates because it just gives you a target to hit or miss, and I don't like that. But I think with everything that we're doing, with Manny traveling all around the world, and honestly, this man, he gets jet lag after jet lag, on one plane off another and then onto another. It's it's inspiring, but it's also exhausting to try and figure out where Manny is in the world. But like I said earlier, Dubai actually doubled down on it. The work never stops. I've took a break from tweeting. I'll stick to my DMs. Like I say, you'll always be able to get in contact with me. But I'll continue doing my emails. I'll still continue reaching out to people in the back end. And that's just how it goes. The world does not revolve around Twitter. The world does not revolve around Telegram, Discord, Reddit. So we do have to reach out in every single corner. Everybody on here, everybody on Twitter who does push this, you are doing a phenomenal job for all of us, for your own investment, for my investment, for every single person in here. So that I'm always thankful, and I'll always give you praise for it. But just know that whilst you lot are all grafting out on here, we're doing the same in the back end. And like I said to you all before, we won't fail you. We will know. Blood, sweat, and tears has gone into this, so we will never give up. As the old saying goes, never give up, never surrender. And that's just not in any of us in the team. From Spiggy to Nas to Manny to Raul, we've got a solid team. Yes, we're human. We can make mistakes, but we'll always bounce back. That's the old saying, it's how quickly you can bounce back up on your feet. And with everything coming up in September, obviously we are now 24th of August, so we're at the end of the month. Especially with the markets changing. I mean, you did mention I think you said it was the US market you were talking about earlier. Just to give you all a bit of doom and gloom from the UK, our economists here in the UK didn't realize how bad our economy is. So take that as you may. Take that into any of your considerations, buying, selling, etc. in the future. And again, also, if you want to sell, by all means, you're allowed. If you need help with selling as well, because some people have approached me and they're like, look, I need to sell this X, Y, and Z. I've got family issues, whatever it may be. We'll still be there to help you. You're still, it doesn't, it makes a difference, but it doesn't make a difference in the sense of we're here to help you. If you need to go pay your hospital bills, if you need to go pay rent, we're going to be there to say, okay, this is how you sell. We're not going to ignore you and be like, oh, you're an outsider now, get away. No, we're not going to get the pitchforks out. So please feel free. Like I say, the only thing we all ask is just approach with some respect and whatnot. We are human at the end of the day. If I've done it many a times before. If you approach with disrespect, don't expect a reply back. But other than that, I've spoke to most of you in this space, as well as the people who will be listening to this recording. And, I couldn't ask for a better community that I've been standing by for 3 years. We've been through hell and back. We're now showing you what Manny's dream is all about, and our collective dream, with Spiggy coming in with his input, with Nas coming in with his. There's so many things that I need to how would I put this, that are just inspirational. We need to keep moving with tech. So I mentioned this to Nas and Spiggy yesterday. I don't know if anybody noticed Sonium, for example. I've seen it somewhere. I'm not sure if it's legit yet, but for example, Sony making a layer 1 or layer 2. So we can see the mass adoption coming in. So it's just about making the right connections, creating those meetings, and actually getting them on board, which is always a monumental task, but it's a good laugh and a tickle. I know Nas has been to many, Spiggy's been to many, I've been to a few. Manny's never ending. So, like I say, it's just, if you get stressed out in anything you do on Twitter, if anything gets overwhelming, please don't do anything daft. Take a step back. I've done stuff daft. I can put my hands up. I'm human. I'll take a step back, because it's never going to stop me working. It's never going to stop me doing things in the background, to make us all prosper. So the same goes for everybody else. And, if you need to take a month, 3 months, 6 months, it doesn't matter. You're still holding. We'll still be here treating you exactly the same. So enjoy yourself. You've only got one life, is the way I'm trying to put it, without sounding so miserable on a Saturday. I guess the rain here in the UK has affected me now. But back across to you, Naz.
Awesome. Let's jump into a few questions. Let's see. Let's go. Shout out to everyone who's put a question. Thank you, guys. All right. Looks like we're gonna have to cover a word over here from this one, but not an issue. We broke the 2 levels 3 weeks ago, now on the verge of gaining a 0. Meanwhile, the entire market is up. What in the entire, what are we waiting for? All right. Here we go. So let's look at the pattern of how we broke the 2s. Yes, we did get listed on 3 centralized exchanges. At the same time, we were going against the flow of the market as well. So obviously, that was a good step. We reached 85 million market cap. So if there was this nice reversal instead of that massive dump, then we could have carried on what we started, right? And let's look at it this way: the same way SaitaChain went from 10 to 20 in, let's say, a short amount of time, it can do it again. Why not? You see? So therefore, this is where we use it as motivation that we got there, and the next step is the most important thing. So SaitaChain got to the 20s. What's next? Let's go for 30s, let's go for 40s, let's go for 50s. Let's keep going. But at the same time, there are some external factors which we cannot control. I know it's boring to hear the same thing over and over again, but it's actually true. So this is how it goes, I believe, for all the different projects who go also with the flow of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So another thing we are about to, regarding the comment of about to gain a 0 while the market is up. The market, yes, is up, but it is also positioning itself to go back to a higher price, where it was before that dump. So therefore, it is up, but to a certain extent. In other words, it is recovering. Recovery is something that's absolutely fantastic. I personally hope it recovers more and more and more, just to get that extra fuel ready for the month of September. All right. And at the same time, just to go back on what Quiz said, at the same time, in crypto, yes, it goes up, it goes down. There are buys and there are sells as well. And that is how volumes are created. Like, for example, we cannot control, on a green day, who goes ahead and sells, right? Like for example, we don't look at who sells, right? Or try to identify who is this person selling on the chart. It's their business, right? They got in, with their money. They got their tokens with their own money, and of course, they are selling based on their convenience, right? We don't have we don't have name tags on these, on these wallets. So after all, SaitaChain is an investment for everyone. So of course, this is what we use, as I said, as motivation for our side, in order to come out with the next piece of updates, in order to excel with the developments, in order to do what needs to be done for this project. After all, this project, particularly on the SATA chain side, on our layer zero blockchain, we're just getting started, right? As you can see, we're going to be having our own charts coming up, and that will also help. Yes, it will help SaitaChain coin, the native coin. At the same time, it will help the projects who are listed on SaitaChain. At the same time, also, it will help the projects who are thinking to list on SaitaChain, but at the same time, they need this chart in order, to have the full convenience of knowing what's happening with their project in real time. So that is something, that has been that is being built, and we are almost ready to release it as well. Excuse me. So yes, guys, this is where I say, that all the news that we give is based on 24th of August 2024. If we have any news coming out in the next few days and it cannot wait, let's say we cannot wait 2-3 days to open a space. I'm just giving a scenario because this might be happening, whether in August, whether in September, whether in October. We'll just give a notice of 2-3 hours and we're going to jump into it. So, of course, guys, the same for exchanges, the same for USDC, the same for SaitaCard. Rahul has given news on SaitaCard last week. We are yet to get the next piece of news on it. Accordingly, that the samples of the SaitaCard are going to be delivered to us, and then of course we can proceed with it. So that was question number one. That yes, the market will do what it does, but at the same time we are also focusing on this side of the development, and we will go higher than where we were. Right, SaitaChain does not stop. SaitaChain has a lot of unfinished business and a lot of things to do, this year. Okay, can we expect large CEX listings in September? So after all, SaitaChain did get BingX, right? And after all, we have been negotiating with BingX. It was a very professional approach. The approach that they have is how the top tier exchanges do it as well, in a very professional manner. And of course, SaitaChain wants to be on every single exchange, whether tomorrow or whether doing it in the right way and having the right process and the right pattern. Because SaitaChain, when SaitaChain gets on exchanges, it is not random. There is a pattern to it in order to get to the next ones and next ones. And after all, we need to identify also which markets are those, who can use the exchanges, and how many users are on it, and all the benefits that comes with it. So we are also looking forward to the next listings, and we will definitely take it from there. We are excited for the next step, because as mentioned, guys, as mentioned, this is really not financial advice, but When we look at, for example, whatever market cap we are on, especially when it's on the low side, we know that this is temporary, right? Because SaitaChain did not even start its full operations on the blockchain. The native coin still did not start its operations with the stable coin, which is USDC. So everything is yet to get started, guys. Everything is yet to get started. When will the 3 million Saitama LP be used to buy tokens? Well, not the whole. That's a big number to buy tokens all at once because so let me explain how this goes. When we get listed on exchanges, we have to pay the listing fee, and it comes also from the Saitama old LP. So that is something that we have communicated beforehand. However, it does not only stop at the listing fee. We need to manage market making fees. We need to manage liquidity fees. We need to manage different fees just by getting listed, on those exchanges. There are so many different charges that needs to be covered, right? So, of course, for anybody who has a project and has listed on centralized exchanges, they will know exactly what we are talking about. So particularly speaking, yes, those costs, um, they do come from the Saitama LP, along with buying, SaitaChain tokens along the way, and along as well with the market makers, and along also with injecting LP. So of course, the best time to inject LP is when the price also goes up. So we are not done with the listing part. We're not done with the listing part. SaitaChain, is looking forward to the next step in order to increase its market cap, and then of course there will be more injections to the LP. Okay. Are we going to be able to buy and sell on SaitaPro? I do believe that you can buy and sell on SaitaPro, unless I'm not really sure about that question, but you are able to buy and sell on SaitaPro. I'm just going by order here with the questions. Please explain how massive Godbit partnership is. This is okay. How massive is it? Okay, so of course, SaitaChain in any operations related to crypto, right? If there is a benefit to it, there is always something positive to look forward from it. So, for example, now we have a partnership with Godbit, right? But now the question is also, who does Godbit have a partnership with? How many projects have they worked with? What market caps did they manage to reach with those projects who they have partnerships with, right? All of that is public information. And definitely, this is something that we are very proud of, right? Of course, you're going to see different comments related to partnerships because let me tell you how this is. Godbit has been here for a few years in the crypto market, and they have been successful with what they have been doing across those years. But at the same time, if you do find, for example, negative comments, just as an example, if you do find negative comments related to this, just know that this happens in everything. You're going to have negative comments on Ethereum. You're going to have negative comments on Bitcoin, on Solana, on BNB, on everyone. So, of course, on everything you have the positives and negatives. So, of course, we've seen the different comments. Why them? Why not them? Even if we went to someone else, even they will have even they will have a negative comment. So, you see, when there is free speech, you see, this is where you get, different comments, whether it's a good one or whether it's a bad one. It's feedback at the end of the day. So therefore, with the big projects who Godbit have worked with, we are very much excited to work with them, and they are also very much excited to work with us as well. So this is how it goes. We have met the Godbet team in Dubai as well. They are always very big participants in the biggest crypto events across the world, particularly in Token 2049. They were one of the biggest sponsors over there. They're going to be one of the biggest sponsors as well in Singapore, Token 2049. And yeah, guys, also SaitaChain, as it grows, it will be working with more partners and it will be forming more partnerships as well. So this is also one thing that I wanted to mention. Regarding the size of the partnership, how massive it is, we look at it as at a scale of where we are right now and where we are going to be. After all, we respect all our partners. Yeah, Chris,
Absolutely, Naz.
if you see any question, please let me know.
I've got one there from H Town, just saying, will we be releasing any videos or instructional videos for Xbridge and whatnot? I believe we did put that across to Raul, so I believe that is in the process. For those who are looking to list their token or create a new token, on our YouTube page, there is a step-by-step with, I believe it was yourself, Spiggy, and was it Ria that was in there? The video you guys made, I think it was a 45-minute long one.
Yeah, sorry, Quiz. Okay, yeah, that was not related to Xbridge. Yeah, it was regarding deploying a contract, definitely.
That's
Yeah, we will have shorter versions of it. After all, we've been there for 45 minutes because, we took our time, we took it, we were reading different comments, we were having a conversation also with one another. However, definitely we will be having videos on it as well. Even when USDC is going to be released, we're going to be releasing videos on the different steps, how to use Xbridge, how to migrate to the blockchain, how to migrate, back to Xbridge. You see, all of those different steps are going to be put out. When I say migrate back to Xbridge, I don't mean it that way. But for example, if you have USDC on the blockchain, how to migrate it back to the native USDC. So we are going to be having all of those steps definitely. I've seen a question from, believe it was, sorry, a little bit laggy, from Mr. Who regarding the migration portal. Yes, the migration portal is down, right? And the reason why it's down is because it was acting a little bit, it was acting off basically. And of course, we immediately decided to take it down. And I'll also give you one more example related to this. The last time, just take this as an example, right? And it's all on the blockchain. It's all on the wallet of that was used for the migration portal. So while the migration portal was down, someone managed to still use the migration portal 2, 3, 4, 5 days later. So you see, taking it down was actually a very good decision. So therefore, just to make sure nobody gets hurt from it or any of that, safety first. So therefore, yes, the migration portal is down. If seen positive for it to return, it will return. However, we have Xbridge functioning, to do the migrations from one blockchain over to another. So this is the story on the migration portal, is just to make sure that all operations are safe, right? And this was just an extra. The migration portal was not part of the roadmap. It was just you can call it a temporary facilitation method, right? A temporary utility to help everyone familiarize with the blockchain. So yeah, guys, this is why it's been taken down, and it's all on the blockchain. You can do the comparison, for example, when it was taken down, and then you can see different transactions taking place while it was still down. So therefore, that was a good call by the tech team to take it down before anything else, goes further or excels with it. All right. Okay. This is a question. All right. Thank you for reminding me, actually. So, can you answer when the CX, Hotcoin, Coinbase, Gemini test wallets purchased, and if you have the number of CX listings coming up? Okay. So Hotcoin actually listed us, I believe, a year and a half or 2 years ago, right? They have listed us without any notice. They just went ahead and listed us for free, right? So therefore, that it is up to them to manage the liquidity pool of SaitaChain, because that was something that did not happen based on the knowledge of the team. Like, the team was not given a heads up. So regarding Coinbase and Gemini, look, guys, any testing that happens from a centralized exchange, it will appear with the name of the exchange. Like, just as an example, if someone is doing a test on SaitaChain from a Binance wallet, that means, if someone transfers, to do a test for SaitaChain from a Binance wallet, it's going to show as if, Binance is doing something. However, it's just a transfer. I remember back in 2021, when transfers were coming from Binance, from Coinbase, from Kraken, from all of those exchanges, but it's just transfers happening on chain, right? And when the transfer takes place, it happens from the hot wallet of the centralized exchange. Like, for example, now you're using your DeFi wallet. If you transfer something to, let's say, BingX, it will show that you transferred something to BingX. And if you transfer something from BingX to your DeFi wallet, it will look as if BingX have sent you something. But that's not the case, because how they do it is that you send it to the exchange, to the hot wallet, then they process it into your wallet. And the same when you exit from the exchange, the process is it's sent to their hot wallet, and then they release it to your DeFi wallet. So it's just the same on Certic. Different tests are taking place from all of those exchanges. So this is where we say that it's just tests that are happening from investors who use those particular exchanges. All right, because if we have a listing with any of those exchanges, why would we be hiding it? We would be over the moon and excited with you guys. So let's take it step by step. I hope this clarifies what are those exchanges on Certic. Just wanted to cover that as well. Okay. Um, I think. Okay, when will we see the marketing on the blockchain? Okay, so the best time actually to do marketing on the blockchain is that when the full setup is up, particularly with USDC, because at the moment as we speak, right, yes, you are able to send your SaitaChain coin from the blockchain. You're able to send it to different centralized exchanges, particularly BingX, LBank, and CoinStore. You're able to send it over there. You're even able to use XBridge to transfer from SBC over to BNB. However, the best time to market it would be when the blockchain is functioning at full throttle and when USDC is launched over there as well. So this is where it would make complete sense.
You've also got Refugee asking, did you find his baseball? So I'm guessing Refugee, when you were doing your skydive, you must have done it with a baseball, I'm guessing.
Wait, baseball. Okay, looks
Yeah,
like
I
I'm
don't know.
gonna.
It must have been. I thought it was a private joke between you guys when Refugee came to Dubai in this Saitama outfit.
Oh man, refugee, you need to you need to remind me what's up with that one. No, but I had a really good time with refugee. Maybe the reason why I don't remember the baseball is because we went skydiving, so maybe I lost my entire mind while doing that skydiving with him. It was an amazing experience. I'm not gonna lie. So probably this is why I don't remember. Forgive me. No, but in all
Pretty sure you're
seriousness,
more worried about your parachute than a baseball.
exactly. It's not like we're on top of the plane and just throwing baseballs from up. That would be a tragedy if it fell on someone's head or on a car or something. Okay. I think most of the questions, yes, I feel we need a new all time high. Absolutely. Why not? Why not, guys? Why not? But of course, it will happen accordingly, right? And we will be celebrating every little nice movement within SaitaChain. This is how it's going to be. It's going to be a lot of fun moving forward. We just saw a glimpse when we hit 85 million market cap. We just saw like a glimpse of where this can go. Right? Just take this as an example. We 10x from here. That is 1 cent. That is 430 million market cap. Right? We've seen what this project, particularly back in the Saitama days, we've seen how it can consolidate and then it can break out. And of course, SaitaChain as well is looking forward to the next step, right? We have mentioned that we're not done with the exchanges, and at the same time with partnerships, and at the same time with the developments that will make this project move. Also, I think just to answer this question, we've answered it so many times, but it's okay. It's not an issue. Maybe they've not really heard anything related to this. So, regarding the exchange that have not done the full airdrop, right? I personally like to answer any question that comes our way. So let me tell you how this goes and what happened. Okay. And looks like it is going to be happening frequently until, a solution is done. Not a solution from our side because we have done everything that needs to be done. Okay. When we reached the twos, or when we got on those three exchanges, they've actually opened dialogue with us again, saying, "Hey, we would like to proceed with this, proceed with that," and we're just waiting. We're like, "Okay, absolutely." We are waiting for them to take the next step and do the right thing. So therefore, when Sata Chain moved to the uptrend, that is where an open dialogue has started again, regarding a solution. So this is where we say that we hope that this can be solved as soon as possible for all of the investors, who are on that exchange, who want to have their tokens, and of course, SaitaChain, is waiting until they get the information from that CEX. They have their compliance team, right? Their compliance team is, I believe, taking time with wrapping up everything that needs to be wrapped up related to this. So everybody is ready for whatever step they would like to take in the future. So this is one thing I wanted to be open with you guys, is that when we went on a run, they opened dialogue. I'm not sure if they felt, no pun intended, but maybe they felt FOMO. That, okay, we don't want to miss out. Maybe, who knows? Like, okay, if they don't want to miss out, then solve it. As simple as it is.
So we got one from the lovely Nikki as well. He said, excited to see more projects listing on our blockchain, but do we know when any more listings will be coming soon?
Sorry, was that for our blockchain, or you mean listings, exchange listings?
Listings on our blockchain on SBC.
All right, absolutely. So this is how it's going to be. When we have validators and nominators, there will be a there will be an open documentation on that. there will be an open documentation on how to list on SaitaChain, because after all, you don't really uh, have 100% accurate documentation on how to list on other blockchains. How? Because it's straightforward. For example, you need to deploy your own contract, right? You need to audit your own contract. And then you add liquidity on a DEX that is available for you. So our swap, our DEX is SaitaSwap. That is where you'll be able to uh, to inject your liquidity after you have deployed your contract, after you've audited your contract, you've tested your contract. Only then you'll be able to use our DEX and inject liquidity in order to move to the next step. When you inject liquidity on SaitaSwap, you are able to do it on the Ethereum network, you're able to do it on BNB and on SBC. So for our blockchain, you will need to inject a one-to-one liquidity pairing with SaitaChain coin, with STC, along with your project. So that straightforward mechanism and that straightforward steps are the same across different blockchains. However, as an additional aid, we will be putting up, a document, and in order to have more information about this, because we understand that just because, for example, it's straightforward on Uniswap and BNB does not mean that everybody's born with the information, right? Sometimes it's good to have a step-by-step guide on how to start. So we're taking that into consideration. In terms of listing, yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody's more than welcome on SaitaChain. You are able to send us DMs, whether on X, whether on Telegram, Discord, or even email us. But at the same time, this is me speaking, just me. Of course, once we have the charts deployed, we know that it's going to be fun for everyone, whether for SaitaChain, whether the projects who are currently listed, shout out to all of them, to TrueMaga, to Hive, to STCB, to Motion, right? And also for future projects, the charts are going to be a big advantage, if I may say.
Absolutely, mate. Got another one here from, let me get this right. It's either Gar Nation or GA Nation Kingdom. Do you think starting tap to earn projects on SaitaChain will make a big difference, as it will help burn STC, free marketing, and much more?
Sorry, just a quick one, Chris. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
If
Can
I
you hear
if I
me?
may if I may ask. Yeah, okay, it's good. Yeah, it's a little bit laggy, excuse me. Uh Heard part of it.
Do
Is it
you want me
is
to go
it
again?
good? Wait, was it something
Do you think
related to tap to
starting
earn?
tap to earn projects on
Okay.
SaitaChain will make a big difference? It will help burn STC, free marketing, and much
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, any project listing on SaitaChain is an advantage to the blockchain. And yeah, of course, the more transactions that are being executed and transacted on SaitaChain, the better. The more eyes coming on that blockchain, and of course, it will boost the confidence for other projects who would like to also list on our blockchain. So whether we are talking about, I believe the subject is about Saitama Kingdom, yes, absolutely, because at the same time it will have a game also, right? There are different quests that you are able to do on Saitama Kingdom. You are able to earn points. You will be able, to get a free Saita card also once you buy $200 or more worth of Kingdom, Saitama Kingdom in the pre-sale. So there are different advantages to it, and it's all going to be on our blockchain, right? With the game and the community taking part in it as well. And let's not also forget that Saitama Kingdom is also going to be available on the Solana blockchain. So therefore, that gives it
Perfect.
more accessibility, whether for our blockchain or whether also for SaitaCard as well.
Great. I got two other questions here for you. So I'll do a double whammy here. Are we able to disclose which countries Manny has traveled to? And do you think STC will be available again on Ethereum anytime soon?
Okay, muting. Here I am. All right. Disclose where Manny was. Okay, this is how we look at it, right? And even Manny focuses on this thing, which is to get everything done, right? Because let's be real here, right? When, for example, when you have somebody like Manny, you see, traveling, right? Using all that energy and traveling and meeting a lot of people. It's good to do it on a note where, he's comfortable with it. And at the same time, waiting till the job is done and is at a step where, the announcements are made. Because let's look at it this way, whether we're talking about electronics, whether we're talking about cars, products, anything, there is competition, right? And in crypto, it's the same. Like, for example, we say, for example, Manny went to country X, okay? We don't know who is listening. I'm not talking about you guys, by the way. I'm talking about just general. Let's say we put out an announcement that Manny has been here, right? We don't know who is also going to be using that as leverage, in order to take whatever step needs to be taken. So this is how, the business aspect of SaitaChain is intact, right? It functions as a business, functions as a company, and, things like these are taken very seriously, right? And the most important thing is to excel with what needs to be done. Because just as an example, let's say Manny has been to 7 countries, right? And deals out of those, only in 2 countries, deals have been successful, right? This is where we need to wait until everything is completed. Manny is very confident, regardless where he travels. Anywhere he travels, he is very confident that the SaitaChain name is going to be spreading, well, and business, whether in the present term or in the future, can be done as well. I know I've been going, a lot on this, but of course, just for the sake of number one, competition, and number two, until the job is done, it will not be mentioned. So once everything is mentioned, it will be put out in an announcement form. Even Manny, would come into spaces and explain where he was, how this, for example, how this partnership took place, how is it now going to benefit us, where will it be moving forward. So this is the flow, guys.
And second part was, will STC be coming back on ETH at any point in the future? I think Spiggy answered that one a few weeks ago, but just to double down.
Okay. Will SaitaChain be back on the Ethereum network? I think I mentioned one thing. It was also related to the Godbit partnership. That as SaitaChain grows, it does not mind, and at the same time, it will do business with bigger partners along the way, right? Which is completely normal. So regarding, for example, going back onto the Ethereum network, we don't know what the future brings, right? We don't know. We can only assume, right? We can forecast, for example. We can also plan ahead. However, this is something that at the moment is not within, you can say not within priority because SaitaChain is already is paired with BNB. SaitaChain has its own layer zero blockchain. There have been talks on Solana as well. Therefore, the term of adding more accessibility to the project is being intact. However, adding more and more and more blockchains, just like the other blockchains, that will require time, and that will require a certain pattern and certain growth to the project as well.
Perfect. Just checking through. I've got two from Joshua. Will you be able to directly swap all SBC tokens with USDC on Sata Pro wallet or only on Xbridge?
Okay, just to wait, I'm trying to put this together. All right, so for USDC, it will be paired with the native coin, and that is STC. And on Xbridge, you are not able to swap tokens. You are only able to move tokens from one blockchain onto another. So if it's on BNB, you can transfer it to SBC, and vice versa. However, USDC is going to be paired with the native coin itself.
Perfect.
So just
So,
as an example, yeah. So just as an example, let's say an example, we're using Uniswap, right? Just as an example, we're using Uniswap. Okay. You buy a project, right? And then you sell something to Ethereum. But then at the same time, in order for you to get your USDT or USDC, right? You need to send it to an exchange that Ethereum has the pair of USDT with. However, on our blockchain, you will be able to swap USDC directly to STC, and then you can swap STC also directly with USDC. So it's the same. It's the same flow, right? The native coin will have the stable coin, but at the same time, projects that list on our blockchain, they will be paired directly with STC. The same as PancakeSwap, you are paired with, for example, with BNB or Uniswap. You have different pairings as well. So yeah, this is the flow. Just one moment, quiz.
yeah.
Just give me 5 seconds before your next question. All right. Yeah, I'm back. I've seen the question also, a different question on different questions, if I may say, on marketing. Yes, absolutely, absolutely understood. Marketing is a very, very important component. As we say, it's a backbone also of the project. However, after certain developments have taken place, particularly on developing and enhancing SaitaChain blockchain. All right, Chris, we got one more, and I believe we will close the space so that we can also look forward to the next one. And
Sounds good.
we will see also what updates we have along the line with it. After all, yesterday we did see a post from MK, the founder of SaitaChain. We have seen a nice post regarding charts that are also coming to SaitaSwap.
Exactly, mate. And just to double down on that marketing side, obviously, as you said, once everything's up and running, it gives us the opportunity to market with that boasting right. We have USDC, we have a card, we have this, we have that, So it does make sense when we have all of these things in play where we can then show the world, even just imagine it, you could have all of that in one advert. Just even similar stuff like we used to do. As soon as we had all of the things together, we're just like, right, here you go, boom, you need that. Here's a bridge, here's that, here's a swap. So it does make sense doing it in this through these stages. But yeah, I've got another one here. So will there be a direct debit card? Will there be direct debit card purchases on Sata Pro or Sata Swap?
Direct credit card. Oh, okay.
So
Debit
I think
card
it's like, is it
purchases.
like
Okay.
our old one?
On ramp. On ramp. On ramp. On ramp. Yeah. Okay. So right now I cannot. I don't have basically any news regarding an on ramp. Right. That is something that will come along the way. Right. It is something that we would like to have definitely, but that is something I don't have any news on at the moment as we speak. So yeah. And also one more thing, just before we go ahead and end the space, I'm not sure what is happening with the space, but I would like to say, Mutasco, I have seen your speaker request. I tried to bring you up, and I still am trying, but I cannot see you in the space. So please, if you can send a request again, I'll try to bring you up again.
Come on, Mutasco.
Let's go,
Whilst we wait,
Mutasco.
staking on Sata Pro. Uh, Not sure if that's a question, but I, the Tiger, I
It,
see you
it
there.
is
Staking on Sata Pro. Naz, if you can answer that somehow.
technically no, technically it is a question because I know where this is going. Yes, absolutely. So for Android, as you can see, the update has been successfully completed, right? You are able to download the latest update of Saita Pro on Google Play Store, which allows you to stake directly from Saita Pro. However, this is where the question comes. From iOS, you are still not able to because the update is pending with
Oh, come on,
iOS.
iOS.
So that's the question. That's okay. Now I understood. Yeah,
So that one's
got
there.
it.
Why a pre-sale on Kingdom?
Okay, let's answer this. Why pre-sale on Kingdom? Okay, so how will we be able to determine, for as an example, how will it be determined on who is eligible for a SATA card or not? Because, for example, if somebody, for example, buys $200 worth of Saitama Kingdom and then dumps it in the next 20 seconds, the question is, will they still be eligible for a SATA card? Let's say if there's no pre-sale at all, right? How will it be possible to track all of those transactions, let's say on DEX tools, or let's say on SaitaSwap chart or DEX screener chart, right? There are transactions coming in, all the time, right? But at the same time, um it's let's say if there's no pre-sale, right? It launched, you are not able to lock, for example, any tokens. It's a free market that you're able to trade, buy and sell, and it will be very hard to track because if even if we do an application, for example, while it launches, right, somebody can easily buy, submit the application, and then sell 10 seconds later. So this is something the team will not be able to keep up with, you see? And just to make it fair for all the Saita card holders, just to make it fair for all the Saitama Kingdom holders as well, that everything is done in a fair way. So this is why there is going to be a pre-sale. So there has to be another question asked that, okay, if there's no pre-sale, then that will also mean that Saita card will not be attached to the Saitama Kingdom. You see, it will. This is the flow, guys. So in order to make it fair for everyone, this is why a pre-sale is going to be put in place.
There you go. Hopefully that will calm a whole bunch of nerves. So now you can understand why the pre-sale is needed and is a necessity with all that's coming. I'm
Yeah,
not.
because
Yeah, go ahead.
look, sorry I cut you off because I do resonate with well, with the approach of why because it comes also from experience. We understand that there have been a ton of pre-sales from the month of February all the way to April. We've seen it all, right? This is the beauty of research, that you get to explore whatever is on the crypto market. Okay, we've seen the different pre-sales. However, we also know that there are some pre-sales that also have been successful with the right approach, with the right strategy, with the right movement, with the right information, with the right with the right everything. So most important thing is to have everything in place in the right way, and it will be successful accordingly. So just because a bunch of projects did not do well, we also need to look at the projects that did do well, because they did have a pre-sale with the right strategy. Like, for example, I mean, it's logical. If there is a pre-sale, with the intent of not having the project available in 10 days, then obviously that is a failed pre-sale, right? However, with Saitama Kingdom, that is the meme that is going to be the meme of the blockchain, right? And after all, you all know how the flow is going to be. So having a pre-sale is only fair in order to make sure that everyone has a SATA card also in a free way. Otherwise, it's very easy for somebody to, just as an example, to create hundreds of accounts, right, and buy $200 worth and then sell it within 10 minutes as if nothing happened. And there we will need to issue SATA cards, because they've done something that they could do. However, it will be unfair, you see, and unjust. So this is where the strategy of having the pre-sale comes into place. I really hope it answers it, and we will have more information regarding this as we go. So let's get to the pre-sale part, and then we'll explain more.
Boom. Thank you very much for that, Naz. If you are sending me DMs with questions that you need to be asked in this space, obviously this is a live space, so please don't do a voice recording. If you do want a question, do send me it by the written words. But otherwise, for the people who have sent me voice recordings, I will get to them after the space, unfortunately, because I can't combine the both. But other than
Yeah,
that,
Quiz, me
Naz,
too. Me too, Quiz. To be honest, I'm not leaving the window of the space. Like, I'm not jumping into different chats, right? Because it's so laggy. I know if I jump somewhere else, the space is gonna close without any notice. So sorry if I don't see any speaker requests or anything. I do hear the different complaints about it, but this is why it's also good to have co-hosts, in the space. But we also know what to do next time. We know exactly what to do next time. It's the best to use an iOS phone for spaces. So Quiz, I even tried to bring you up as a co-host, but it ain't working. So sorry, guys. Just in case it closes by mistake, then yeah, you all know what's going on.
yeah, he's got an Apple iPhone, that's why. Um, but no other
No, no,
questions that
now
I'm catching.
No, now I'm using it from the Android, and last time, guys. I know we have this conversation on a weekly basis, but this is why, because sometimes I can't even see speaker requests. I've seen Mutasco, he's disappeared, so maybe I'll give him, a shout after the space.
But otherwise,
Yeah,
mate,
Quiz, let's do one more question. We will hit the 90-minute mark, and then we'll close the space.
yeah, buddy. Just having a look through the comments section myself. This is your last chance to ask any questions, people. So if you do have a question, please fire them into the comments section right now, because we are scouring for questions. To be honest, most of them are all the questions that we've already answered. Uh,
Oh, just in case, of course, I like to be always ahead of things. Just in case anyone asks, where is Piggy and where is Rahul? They are very much here. It's just that they are busy, and they will join us in the next space as well. Just in case.
Absolutely. They got work to be doing.
All right,
So be,
Quiz. So you're saying that most of the questions are similar. We will keep,
I can't see any,
you
mate.
know, oh, there we go. Looks like it's calling for a sign, man. It's calling for a sign. No, but it's calling for a sign. Yeah, absolutely. Um, we will see you guys next week.
But also, Naz, we will also be doing something as a
Regarding
thank you to people.
regarding the giveaway. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Go ahead, Chris. Can
So
you hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, I can hear you, mate. So what we're going to
Okay,
do
go
is
ahead.
we are going to do a giveaway as a thank you to everyone for doing the Certic voting, for pushing that for so many weeks and months, and being such a success across the community. So we will be doing a giveaway shortly after this space. We're going to get you to retweet the room or retweet the actual tweet with a certain hashtag. So please make sure you keep an eye out for that. Then we'll do a random generator pick and give away to the winners. Naz, have we decided on how much we're doing and how many winners yet? Do you know?
Yeah, that will be in the official announcement. So as mentioned in the beginning, we will have a giveaway, related to the milestone of reaching 50,000 votes on Certic. So we will put out all the instructions on an official post from this account, and then we will, just choose the winners randomly through one of the apps or generators, and then of course we'll take it from there. No, we will put everything on an official announcement, just in case, Chris, just in case nobody's here. Like somebody is not here to listen to all of this, at least they'll be able to, read the instructions on an official post.
Absolutely makes sense, mate. Give them enough time to
Okay.
actually get involved as well.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. So yeah, guys, one more time, big shout out to you all. We hope everybody has an amazing weekend, and for the rest of your days as well. And of course, once we have an update, we will be pushing that update out. Thank you all for joining us, and at the same time, we see the different questions that come on a weekly basis, and it's good to engage with those questions. Like for example, when X or when Y or when Z. We know for a fact that we will be releasing all of those whens, and then we are going to be celebrating together. After all, we understand that things do take time, right? And I'm saying like so many times, but anyways, yeah. So with patience, definitely, we will be releasing all of those wins, right? We want to release it also as soon as possible, but it can only be done in the right way. After all, right now we have our own blockchain as well, right? So therefore, everything has to be done. Number one, strategically. Number two, in the right manner as well, and with the right amount of security added to it. So therefore, testing. This is something that we always do, particularly MK with his tech team. He wants to make sure that everything is perfect in order for everyone to enjoy it and have the right experience as well. All right. So with that
Absolutely,
being
mate.
said, guys, Quiz, thank you so much for being here with us. It was a nice casual space until the next one. And yeah, guys, keep an eye out on the official post regarding the giveaway. Thanks a lot, SaitaChain community. As Spiggy's post said, you all have smashed it. You all have shown who the SaitaChain community is. And with that being said, we're gonna say a short bye for now and see you guys next week.
Enjoy your weekends. Take care.